Bueno mañana. Welcome to Guatape.
Guatape is a lakeside resort town considered to be Colombia's most picturesque pueblo. Sounds like paradise, right?
I got a little beef with the hotel. We don't really have to dive into it.
This fucking hotel, man. No Wi-Fi in the rooms. I can't lock my door. Breakfast was not ready at 8. Listen, I have low expectations. All I need is a door that locks from Wi-Fi, and I'll be a happy gringo. But then again, I was chilling poolside in the most beautiful region of Colombia in the midst of a pandemic. So I decided to stop being a huge bitch and change my tone.
I'm gonna take a couple deep breaths. I'm fine. Because today, we're climbing El Peñol. La Piedra de El Peñol. You see that giant fucking rock behind me? Yeah, we're climbing that today. It's not like we're not rock climbing. They have a staircase. I'll be fine.
All right, let's climb this fucking rock. La Piedra El Peñol. I think that means the rock of El Peñol. I know nothing else about it. I'll have to explain the history of it, how it came to be in a voiceover. Just as I assumed, El Peñol de Guatape is indeed a giant fucking rock that used to be worshipped by the area's indigenous people. It was first climbed in 1954 by 3 friends using only planks wedged into a gaping crack that extends the length of the rock. While it took them 5 days to summit, 740 stairs were later built zigzagging all the way up the rock face, and now any fat gringo can do it. It's an excruciatingly painful walk up a zillion steps, but when you get to the summit, they have a bunch of beers, water, so I think we can crush it. You know, I'm not in good shape, but I see some tourists walking up it that are in worse shape than me, so we should be fine. I'm doing okay so far. I just don't know if it's like a 25-minute walk or an hour walk, but so far so good. You good, buddy? Yeah, he's good. Endorphins are flowing. This is the first time I've exercised enough to trigger endorphins. Maybe since COVID-19. Not too bad, honestly. I mean, not as bad as I thought. El Cemento? Now look at this place. We got like 3 bars. Incredible view. Time to decompress, then head back down. Lake Guatape was created in the 1970s by the construction of a giant hydroelectric dam that flooded more than 15,000 acres, submerged a nearby town, and created thousands of islands. Today, the dam is the largest power plant in Colombia, and the lake is its most popular tourist destination. Talk about a win-win. Unless, of course, you used to live in the town that's now at the bottom of it. This lake is incredible. Like, I did not expect to find a lake like this in Colombia. I've seen some solid lakes in South Carolina. This reminds me of that, but just like 20 times as big. On some of the islands there are pine trees, which, you know, you would find in North America. I've always said I'm an ocean guy, but if I had access to a lake like this, I would easily be a lake guy. Once you make it to the top, you can order a cerveza con mango, a little bit of like a salt rim, just beer with mango. This might be the most refreshing beverage I've ever had. What are we gonna call these? Mangotas? And honestly, if you come to Colombia, don't be afraid to walk up. I haven't been exercising for the past year. I made it up. Heart's feeling great. Fucking, I'll hit the vape right now. That's how you know it's not that bad. I mean, even Big Cat could probably make it up here. He's like the limit. If you're fatter than Big Cat, you're not going to make it up. Actually, he's not even that fat anymore.
So Frank the Tank not making it up too?
Hey, never underestimate Frank the Tank. I'm not going to say he couldn't make it up here. He has done some incredible things. Hike up the rock, grab 3 to 4 mango beers, and you won't regret it. Very good squat form. Very good form on the squat. Muy bueno. Muy bueno squat. Some of the booties I've been seeing in Colombia look like they belong to a different species. I asked Chef Donnie to get a shot of one in the wild for strictly anthropological purposes. He wasn't subtle about it though, and it was immediately obvious what we were doing. Keep going, Donnie. You got us caught. She clearly knows we were filming her ass now. But instead of being called Gringo Pigs, she did a little dance for the camera. Talk about showmanship. I don't hate that though. Instead of being like, you creep, she's like, yeah, I know. I have a very impressive booty. It was definitely a creepy move though, and we took that as our cue to head back down. Mission accomplished. Next stop was the town of Guatape, which I had heard was just as vibrant as the surrounding countryside. Okay, we have made it to downtown Guatape. This town is awesome so far. Haven't seen much, but it's colorful. I just gotta find some Wi-Fi so I can find a boat that we can rent, because I would love to get on that lake. But first, let's take a little stroll around, maybe get some grub. I don't know, feel it out. This place is good energy. We're now in Plazoleta El Zocalo. I don't know who or what the Zocalos are or were, but I'm gonna take a guess and then my VO can fact check me. I think it was probably the group of people that settled here. Wrong. Zocalos are the fresco-like panels that decorate the bottom of almost every building in Guatape, and the reason it's often called the most colorful town in the world. Anyways, I needed to find a fucking boat.
Pablo Escobar, Gaviria.
¿Privato? ¿Bote?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿Cuánto cuesta?
2 horas. 2 horas en 200.
Nosotros podemos nado? ¿Qué es bota?
Ven.
One of these boats work?
Yeah, the 115, that's a nicer engine.
All right, let's do it. Nombre? Juan Diego. Juan Diego. Don Diego and Juan Diego. Let's do it. Oh, we got a 115 Kawasaki. This thing's gonna cruise. Oh, sorry, it's a Suzuki.
Dale gas, dale gas. Yo no juego cuando trato con dinero. Dale gas, dale gas, dale gas. Olvídense del viejo, soy el nuevo.
Ah, I guess we're getting off here. This is called La Fantasia. That's all I know about this island. And if Juan Diego thinks it's a worthwhile stop, then it's a worthwhile stop. The name Fantasy Island gave off Jeffrey Epstein vibes, but I soon learned Juan Diego had brought us here because it's the only spot in the lake with a beach to go hippo mode at. The Jeffrey Epstein comment was way off. This is a very wholesome island. It's a family-friendly island. Life jaqueta? I have to wear? This? Hey, this? Okay. No one in Colombia seems to believe I can swim. I think it's just their insurance policy. I was like, I know how to swim, it's fine. He was like, no, but the water here, it's sweet water. What he meant was that it was fresh water. He's like, very hard to swim in. It's like, dude, I don't only know how to swim in salt water. Got a view of the rock, view of the houses. This is the best hippo mode session I've had so far. He is running for the boat. That would be a solid prank though if he brings us here and then just runs.
Just leave us here.
Maybe this is Jeffrey Epstein's island. Fuck. He wasn't leaving us, he was pulling the boat around to pick us up. Fucking Juan Diego, dude. Hit the music, Juan!
Dice que me quiere dar un beso, que me quiere dar todo esto. Yo no juego cuando trato con dinero. Olvídese del viejo, soy el nuevo.
That house is owned by a drug trafficker.
The name is alias Guacho.
Alias Cuatro.
Guacho.
Ahora tú vives.
Ahora vive alguien ahí. Ahora lo alquilan para diversión. Para
Okay.
fiestas, parties.
Party's there. It's his party house.
Must have been a weekend at Bernie's situation, as Guacho was killed in 2018. But the shores were filled with the luxurious homes of the country's rich and famous. This estate belonged to James Rodriguez, who used to be number 10 on Real Madrid before being traded to Everton. Pablo Escobar himself even once had a gigantic mansion here, which he named Manuela after his daughter.
I think he only visited it 3 times because he was kind of on the run for his life.
It's not in the best shape now, but not because the government had it torn down.
Los carros bomba que estallaron la casa. Pero vea que sigue intacta. Todavía está parada.
Policia? Bomb?
No, otro narcotraficante.
Oh, there was a drug war with another cartel, and the other cartel bombed it. The Cali cartel?
Car bomb.
Cali cartel?
Sí.
Yeah, so Cali cartel bombed the fucking house. That house is where they used to do paintball tours, and you could play paintball inside his house and pretend to be Pablo Escobar, and someone pretends to be the DEA agent. It's kind of like Cops and Robbers, but it's Narcos and Narcs.
Golden hour was fast approaching, so we posted up in an area of the lake with prime-time views of the Piedra.
Dude, it's honestly a shame that for so many years in Colombia you had the narcos and the police killing each other, and then you had La FARC, which were the communist guerrillas, and the government killing each other. So no one really got to discover how beautiful this place is, but it is incredible. I mean, I'm the biggest ocean guy there is, and Colombia has turned me into a lake guy. So if I can give you guys any advice, it's come to Colombia.
Me llama que no quiere estar sola. Me quiere y no aguanta las horas.
The police. Police. You gotta put your life jacket on.
What?
Life jacket.
Don't worry. I was
The
raised
police.
into it.
The cops.
What?
Police.
Yo no tengo tiempo para gastar. Mi tiempo yo lo ocupo para ganar.
So I know Chef Donnie might be a lake snob being from Minnesota, but don't listen to him. Lake Guatapé is the best lake in the world. It's like Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire on steroids.
El mismo color, diferente camiseta. El tiempo no regresa, aprovecha.
Now, if I was rear ad, I'd be like, yo, Donnie, turn off the fucking camera, turn off the fucking camera. But you know what? I don't give a shit. Look at that. That wasn't bad at all. I may be a whale, but I'm a majestic whale, and I know how to beach myself. Whew. Bote nombre es
Es tsunami.
the tsunami. You guys think you're wicked cool in your semicircle boat. Me and Juan Diego are having a blast on the tsunami. If I ever have the balls to get married, bachelor party at Lake Guatape. Everyone is not invited, but if you find out like when it is and you just show up, I'm not gonna disinvite you. Uno más.
This is fucking Colombia.
This is fucking Colombia. Thank you, Juan Diego. Hey, if you come here and you need a boat, you could do much worse than the tsunami. This, numero uno, Lago.
And now that Golden Hour was in full swing, I was able to fully appreciate just how beautiful this town really was.
It makes a lot of sense that Guatape's symbol is the goat, because this place is the goat of any towns I think I've ever been to. I was gonna say lakeside town, but I don't know. Could just be any town. I don't care if it's to retire, if it's to own a home someday, if it's to go on vacation with a chick I met on Craigslist in 30 years. Bottom line is that I am coming back to Guatape. It was time to hop on a tuk-tuk and begin our journey back to Medellin. But hopefully someday I can start leading tours here so you guys can join in on the fun. Until next week, Donnie out.
Dice que me quiere dar un beso, que me quiere dar todo eso. Yo no juego cuando trato con dinero. Olvídese del